Q stuff, offensive tackle pull. Okay, we have Q. Obviously, we know he's going to be number 95 the entire review. Let's watch him. Just a dominant force in the run game, and really good recognition here from Quinnen Williams. You have the tackle pulling. You have the left guard blocking back to Quinnen Williams. So Q is aware that, hey, with me getting blocked back to where I am and a tackle pulling, the run is most likely going to that side. So Q knifes inside, low, hands inside, extension, kind of torques him to the inside, steers him, gets his eyes into the backfield. As we can see, running back is obviously working directly towards Q. Q whips the left guard past him, gets his hand on, makes a tackle. Good awareness. Really good awareness by Q to say, hey, if I'm getting blocked back and this guy's pulling, that is probably going that way. A little bit of an interesting setup in terms of like, are they trapping? Are they not? Why is he saying on that block? Interesting blocking scheme from the Bills, but nonetheless, awareness versus screen. Okay. Which he did quite a few times throughout a few years. He has really good awareness of screens, and we'll break them up and things like that. So he's right here as your 2 eye tech. Again, just a feel for the game, the awareness, him being in now what, year 5? Is it year 5 for Q? Year 5, I believe. He's 2018, right? Yeah, I believe this is his year 5. But another situation where he comes off the ball and he starts to rush the guard, but he kind of feels that the guard is inviting him to rush the quarterback because they did not want him to disrupt the screen, invite him to rush the quarterback. Q recognizes it, sees Josh Allen loading up to throw the ball, keeps some separation, arm over, drives his feet past, and then finds the receiver for the tackle. It's not like he got a tackle for loss or anything like that here, but you're talking about making a tackle 5 yards down the field with a defensive lineman. It's impressive on a receiver screen, tight end screen, but good awareness there by Q. Again, Q tackle for loss. All right. 4 eye tech loose 3 right here, right side of your screen. So we have awareness, we have power, we have just explosion, speed from Quinnen Williams. Again, another situation where he's coming off the ball. Multiple things here. You have the running back who's set away from you. So if there is going to be a run, it's either going to be tight or directly at you. As you come off the ball, you're noticing Deion Dawkins block down on you with these guys pulling to the outside. Where is the run going? Put those things together quickly. Which Q does, dips the near shoulder. Why? Reducing that contact surface area of his chest. Obviously, if a guy gets a hand on your chest, it's going to be a lot more impactful in stopping you than if he gets a hand onto your back of your shoulder. He's not going to do the same in terms of force. So Q dips into it, rips. Actually, he might not he might rip and then the arm like goes up like that. It's hard to tell exactly if he actually lands the rip right there, but he gets low enough and avoids that contact well enough where he's gonna run past him anyway. Penetrates into the backfield, running back on a wide track. Q dives, makes a tackle for loss in the backfield. Just absolutely blows up that play by himself. Something you're not typically going to see from defensive tackles on a design like that. But Q has really good awareness, really good snap timing, explosion, technique. Awesome job. Q pressure into interception. JJ just pull. Okay. He's right here. 4 eye tech, loose 3. Yeah, I guess I'm saying like, hey, JJ is doing nothing, just bull rushing there, which is fine. But so we have Q, who obviously is going to rush that center. It looks like they're trying to isolate these two guys on a stunt, and that's why Q is rushing so heavy inside like he is and rushing the center. They want to occupy him, so then they can't pass this off well, and then you get a sack. But Q, obviously again, rushes towards the center, sees the open chest of the center. Center's hands are dropped. Q takes advantage, hands inside. Q, and this is still something, and this is something I actually think he said last year. He said he wants to play with better or consistently play with better leverage. I still think, like, again, he's an elite player. I still think he could do that with more consistency. He does get into this bull rush relatively high, right? Like his helmet's higher. He's not very linear. He's kind of staying straight up. So there are some times where I do want to see him get a little bit more linear at times with his bull rush, but bull, which obviously just is pure power. One, even if he's standing up, the fact that he lands his hands into the chest and he already has a running start, you're gonna mostly be screwed anyway, as an offensive lineman. So he gets extension, torques, pulls himself through, arm over, gets the hit on Josh Allen, which forces the bad ball, which he's throwing into double coverage anyway, because that's what Josh Allen does. He's still a good quarterback, right, Josh Allen, but maybe slightly overrated at times. But a really good rush from Q. Again, take the open chest, bull rush, create that gap, pull yourself through, arm over, track him down, get a hit, force the errant throw, pick for Whitehead. That was a gift. And all interceptions are not created equal. He had another pick like that in the game. Like, oh my God, such an amazing game from Whitehead. Yeah, he got gifted 2 picks by Josh Allen. Like literally a boat, wrapped up for him. Nice little bow. Q quick win. 4-eye, lose 3 right here to your left side of your screen. So ball is out quick, right? But we still want to show, him winning and him winning quickly, because if Josh Allen didn't get, 3-step drop this and get rid of it, Q is going to be there for hit pressure, whatever it is. I don't know if this is actually defined as a pressure by some of these, ESPN advanced analytics and PFF and all these sites. But Q is a little bit more aggressive here. Directly rushes or rushes right into the chest of the left guard. His right hand lands a little bit wide, but it's okay. The left guard also lands his hand tight, so it's not like it's egregious from Q. He lands the left hand into the chest. Bull rushes him back. Again, just the natural power that he has. He's now creating some push, torque, chicken wing, gets there. Again, Josh Allen gets rid of the ball quickly. We can't do anything about that, but good power on the bull rush. Again, really, really strong in terms of torque, step through as he torques, connecting the upper body to the feet. Chicken wing. And what he's doing right there is just protecting his chest, right? If his hand is dropped, guess what? He can get it, the offensive lineman can get his hand into his chest easier. If his arm is up like this, it's going to be really hard for him to get into the chest, right? So he guards his chest right there. Hell of a job as well on that. And then gets there. Again, the ball is out and, in a second. So he can't actually get the hit or the sack or anything like that, but that's okay. Q versus crunch. Okay, so we have a crunch. 3 tech right here to the right side of your screen. Yeah, crunch, wham bam. It's a combination of a trap and a wham run. So immediately steps down. Now, why? It might be by design that he's doing that, but he immediately steps down. Notices the right guard who's going to trap him. Right guard's going to trap, because what they're hoping is here that he flies up the field right here, is like a bat out of hell. He's off balance. He's rushing vertically, and then this guy just invites him to rush vertically, and he completely rushes himself out of the play. That's what you want, and specifically versus teams like the Jets, where you have more aggressive 4-man penetration type fronts. This is the weakness of them, but when you have a Quinnen Williams who's really aware of this type of stuff, it's not going to hurt him as much. So again, they're inviting him to just, Josh Allen, I see him, I'm going to rush Josh Allen. Nope, Q is too smart for that. Sees the trap coming, lowers his weight, good leverage into the block, hands inside, gets some extension, pulls himself through. Because obviously, if he's getting blocked he's getting blocked here. Where's the run going? Most likely here. Again, fights through that contact, hands inside, pulls himself through, arm over, makes a tackle on Cook. Makes a tackle on Cook. Q, anchor, stop. Okay, Dallas, I was here for this one. Beautiful field. Absolutely beautiful field. A great stadium. I was on the field. I kicked what's the minimum field goal? We figured it's like a whatever it is, 20-something yard field goal. I had to kick it there. Made it. I was 1 for 1. Didn't try again. Touchdown pass, rushing touchdown. Just all the stupid stuff we were doing when we were there, me and my buddies. But he's right here. He's a 2-eye loose 1 to the right side of your screen. Natural power. he doesn't even necessarily get that low. In terms of like we talk about with Leaky Fotu, he does turn his body a little bit. In terms of like leverage, he's not super, super low into the anti-danker here, but he still comes off the ball relatively low. Center and the left guard go to combo him. Q does a good job of taking on one man, not two. You don't necessarily want to take on two guys. You want to ideally splash one of them, get him in the chest, turn into him, anchor down, and turn your chest away from the other combo blocker, because again, you do not want him to get your control of your chest. That's what you absolutely do not want to do. Offensive lineman or defensive lineman, or really anybody. So good job. Dips the shoulder a little bit into the combo, hands inside, controls the left guard. Just really, really good power from Q. And again, it's not even like the technique is great in terms of the lower body. He's working off of his left ball of his foot. He's not even working off his instep right now. So the fact that and his right foot goes down a little bit to the instep, but the fact that he's able to just stand up on this combo block off the ball of his foot while kind of standing relatively straight up, and then, obviously sees the running back, closing ground, and is able to just create some separation, a little bit of push, clear the inside arm, tackle him. It's an example of like, hey, not even necessarily the best technique here from Q, but just a monster. He's strong, man. 305, 310, whatever he is, that's an example of just brute strength right there, because the technique's not even necessarily ideal. Q tackle for loss. Okay. He's your 4 tech right here. 4 tech versus we did this play in the Morgan Moses review. Or sorry, in the Tyron Smith review. I think he decides to do this right off the jump anyway. Like I think he probably assumes that he's going to be down blocked right here by Tyron Smith. You can see how he's like loading up on that left foot, and his base is shallow. Just this stance kind of indicates that he doesn't want to go to his right side. So I think off the jump he's preparing to try to shoot this backside. Just a decision he made pre-snap. Gets lateral. Tyron Smith ducks his head. Q, club, arm over. Tyron Smith is beat handedly. We talk about in the Tyron Smith review what I want to see him do a little bit different here. Not bend so much from the waist and get up more upright. But Q does a good job of anticipating it again and beating it. Club, arm over, gets into the backfield, makes a tackle for loss on the goal line. Something that's not necessarily easy to do. Q stuff. Okay. All right, stuff. Actually, give me a second. What? Stuff. I literally think that 61 of these plays are all good. Like if I had to include some bad here, there wouldn't be a lot. And then it'd be another 10 plays, and it's not even worth it. Let's just watch the dude dominate. Like this is one of our best players, his reviews, the sauces, the best players on our team. I'll show some stuff, but not for Q. And especially defensive linemen can get a little bit boring. Like, hey, he didn't take the chest here and he got stood up. I don't know. It gets a little bit whatever. But so we have a 2i loose. I'd call it more of a loose one than a 2i here, but nonetheless, just so powerful. Like his reviews are easy. He's just so damn good. Comes off the ball, 71 working towards him, realizes that, lowers his helmet, hands inside, extension, looking into the backfield, doesn't see the running back yet. Where is the running back? Let me keep that extension, peek this way. Oh, he actually is going to my left shoulder. Keep the extension, pull myself through, clear the arm, tackle him. Like it looks so much easier than it actually is. Like he's just so good. He's just so good. It's so much fun to watch. And it's great too, because like, and obviously, listen, he was a top 3 prospect in that draft, but there's a lot of people who wanted edge rusher. Some people wanted, there were some idiots out there who wanted Ed Oliver over him. But I remember like slamming the table, like pick this dude. He's going to be an absolute monster. And it feels nice that he is an absolute monster. He could be the best defensive tackle in the league this year. So Q tackle for loss. 2i. All right. So again, you penetrating. He just steps up the field. Defender, the offensive player goes to reach him. Q shoots up the field, attacks the near shoulder, attacks the near shoulder, arm over, sees the track of the running back, right? A wide track. Now, if he was next to back and there's some hesitation, he was taking this vertical, he would take this differently, but he's going to have to take a very wide track to get this ball from here, right? So he anticipates the angle of the running back, goes to cut it off before the running back is even there, reaches his arms out, makes a tackle. Just looks way too easy for Q. Way too easy. It's not supposed to be that easy. I promise you. Q stuff.